Good morning. Let's get some coffee going. Yeah, right. Good morning. It's Friday. Amen to that. Good morning, Peter. How are you? Peter, I'm guessing that you don't have much time left before you clock out. Clock out for the weekend. Can you tell I finished? Oh, you have? Okay, yeah, perfect. Yeah, oh yeah. And here I thought you were like very close, but I guess nope. Looks like you're done. Nice. Good for you, brother. Any special plans for the weekend? We're almost there. Go visit my sister for her birthday. Oh, nice. Younger sister, older sister? Play with my new apparently cursed. Apparently cursed. That's right. That's right. Your entire new workroom is all going to cave in on itself. You'll have an electrical short circuit. As soon as you plug the airbrush into your compressor is going to explode. Yeah. Yeah. Younger sister. Nice. I have one of those as well. There we go. All right. Let's get the glasses on. And let's get the last bit of this Payne's Gray. We're almost done with the exterior. looking good. Quotes over here. Awesome. Very little left. I love it. Very little left on the exterior. Today I'm going to try to get, I was hoping to get it done yesterday, but we, family stuff just took over in a good way. Obviously a lot of activity throughout the day. Very quickly. Redo some of that area. I have to touch that one up again a little bit. Hey, Edwin, good evening. Happy Friday indeed. Dzień dobry. Hi, Tom. How are you? Good morning, beautiful Swizzler. Joe's here. Nice. Hey, what's this guy? Who's this guy? It's Charles. Charles, what's going on, brother? Happy post-Thanksgiving. No, because he's talking about me. It ain't getting prettier than this. Hail, hail. Let us now. Not true. I'm here now. That is true. Ray, I'm glad that you're here. Yes, you are definitely a contestant for Most Beautiful. You definitely take second place to me. Just letting you know. Character ones. Nice. Oh, you know, ain't nothing quite like being dragged through the dirt this year. Dude, anything good happened in the last few months since we last saw you? I hope. A little tighter here. Let's say I drank 2 coffee and I can't sleep until 3 a.m. Oh, that'll happen. Well, because the cat is getting restless. So, Mom woke me up and said the cat has gone into labor. Oof. Internet burped. What did I miss? Everything. So much stuff. To show off the sash from his last beauty pageant. That's right. Nope. Charles, I'm sorry, brother. Well, how are the kids doing, first of all? And hope your wife's doing all right. Oh, cat labor sounds just as painful as human labor. So the cat gave birth to 3 little kittens. Did they have their mittens? That's good. Second, guys. Okay, we got the shadowing done. Do a little bit of the kids are being kids. Later ran out of FMLA and got fired. I'm working about 158 hours of paper. It seems to keep everything as got fired. Charles, I'm sorry to hear that, brother. That blows. And I'm assuming nothing new on the horizon. Seems like one is going to be troublemaker, 2 male, 1 female. The house will be secured from a mouse. Yes, exactly. I had a quiet night yesterday. Emma was staying at grandmother's. Oh, nice. So what did you do? So we've gotten 3 mice in the last 2 days. Cold is coming. Yeah, is it gone? Nice. Yeah, unfortunately, on our front, our cats don't do anything with mice. You might be, I don't know. Either not paying attention or just don't do shit. Charles, sorry, I went through the same. It will get easier at some point. There will be a break. Yeah, you know that's what we're counting on. But yeah, Charles, thoughts and prayers with the family, brother. Okay. And following up on our conversation a few days ago, people wonder why is it that you don't want to move out of Massachusetts? This is a good reason why. Charles, again, thoughts and prayers with you, brother. Play fetch, even while we're asleep. So, let's get presented. Like little mafia cats. Nice. Streets because the street thug cat are more willing to chase mouse. Oh, and ours, I don't know. No, ours are like, yeah, they came from shelters. I'm not sure if some of them may have had some outdoor experience, but generally, yeah, no. Yeah, that's nice. That flowed beautifully. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to pick up a couple things here. Okay. Except for the front, I think I've got it's done. All those bolts are covered in black, so there's no reason to panel line them. Okay, great. Let's leave it like that. There's a street cat princess, scared to do anything. Love it. Not. But I've been able to go hunting, so that helps. Put food on the table and about to go soon. Oh, really? Nice. Charles, what are you hunting, by the way? May I ask? My cat says sit on shoulders. Really? Okay. There's another thing they can use basically to get rid of you legally as well. So there's no repercussions on the business. Yeah. Hey, Nick, what's going on, brother? Yeah, but see, Charles, that's the whole thing. I mean, yes, it is. I think it also depends state by state where you have more laws that are friendly towards employees versus employers. Jesus, man. It's my first this is my cat first experience having a kitten, but she understands the job. The daddy cat here with me watching the live stream. I love it. Hey, Peter. Is deer season on the rifle or shotgun? So, yeah. Sorry, guys. Give me a second here. All right, that's done. All right. You're pretty darn close to having the exterior on this thing done. Modern gun. I was watching Hot Shots yesterday. Speaking of deer hunting, I thought the MFMLA is supposed to protect employees. It depends on what state you're in. You know, it's like when they call them right to work states, right? Right to work. Not at all. That's basically anti-union, which means the employers can do anything they fucking want to the employees. K Raccoon is Charles. Yes. Beans calls him Chuck. So many names to learn. I know. Charles has been around for, ooh, boy. Charles, how long have we known each other? 4 or 5 years? It does till it runs out. Charles, asshole is me. No, asshole is not. He calls me Beans. He does. He's the only one. 3 to 4, I believe. Yeah. Only problem, asshole, is everyone. Exactly. It's like you say asshole in this group, and it's like it could be any one of us. And it would probably start with me. Let's see. Any fighter jet pilots? All right. Let's get a little further along. For anybody who was missed out yesterday, we are now just getting into the panel lining phase on this thing. All I'm doing is just laying down the foundation of panel lining using oils, and then we're going to start with the actual weathering process, legs up, in a little bit. I will be doing, I just realized something. I probably should have done a little bit of chipping inside, inside the cockpit. We will be doing some of that. Let's see what we got here. I'm just missing a bunch of things. Charles. Hi, Tony. But Joe, I'm the asshole. He just doesn't like that I'm right about chili. I love those conversations. Tony, what's going on, brother? Welcome. Let's see. Just go through the list. No beans. I agreed with you. Chili with beans is not chili. Oh, well, I don't know why he calls me beans that. I think it was because the conversation was about chili and beans. I don't know, Linus was the original asshole. Yes, that is true. God, it was a blast from the past. Tony, because you keep bringing it up and never learn. That's right. All right, we'll let that dry up in a little bit. I can't do the antenna yet because my finger is touching the antenna. So to those who did celebrate, particularly those here in the United States, I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Now we got a pretty sizable group of people here. Anyways, replacement is here, off to go hunt. All right, Charles, take it easy, brother. Do good, brother. Okay, keeping you in my thoughts and prayers. All right. Chili is with me. That's blasphemous. I don't know. I like beans in my chili. I do. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Goes the other way with chili. All beans, no meat. Pretty close. Turkey, maybe. Definitely no beef or pork or anything like that. Mine was exhausting. Oh, do tell. Tony, do tell. There's a lot of effort for a very short amount of time, but I always find the effort totally worth it. That one there I'm going to have to redo. The line's a little shallow. See if I can just get it a little bit more highlighted. You know, I just want to take a quick moment here. It was exhausting. We made a vegetarian chili with sweet potatoes and quinoa. Oh, that sounds good. That does sound good. I'd like that recipe. Everyone loved my southern sweet potato. Blue ribbon. Nice. I like that recipe too at some point. What makes it a southern sweet potato casserole? It means turkey, shitty football, and pound cake. That is international. You don't get to keep that for yourselves, you Yanks. Turkey, yes. Fuck football. Football? Who the fuck watches football on Thanksgiving? It's ridiculous. And pound cake? Nah, man. Apple pie and pumpkin pie. Pecan also, but we didn't make a pecan pie this year. Let's see. What regional chili? Beans. Blasphemy, because beans and chili is good. Okay, Mexican chili. I love beans and chili, personally speaking. Started the day before with a turkey in the oven by 8 a.m. and it ended 7 p.m. yesterday after making all the food, setting mom and dad's house up for Thanksgiving and dealing with the family. Yeah. Well, yeah, for you, it seems like it's you tend to have a lot of that burden on your shoulders. Absolutely. But Tony, I'm also going to take a guess and just say it's totally worth it, right? Unless you talk about Cincinnati chili. You have to make it below Pennsylvania. Extra brown sugar. Oh, that's it. So today is Thanksgiving. It was yesterday, Thursday. If you're into a bunch of guys, right? It's rubbing up against each other. To each their own. Yeah. Yeah, not that one. It was yesterday, at least you read one. Yes. All right. So I do want to just kind of go on a little bit of a tangent here, just because, when I see what Charles is going through, and Charles has been on this, has been a part of the AmFam for many, many years. Charles is a great guy. He's a very supportive person, does a lot of nice things. His artwork is fantastic. And he's just, he brings a levity to this group. And unfortunately, he hasn't been on in a while. I understand that Charles has gone through some really tough times, particularly with his wife and just, the finances and everything like that. Many of us go through these things. I know it's going to sound political, but I have to say this. In my opinion, this is what your local, state, and national government should be doing. How do we protect our people? Protecting your people isn't about doing some amorphous, going after a subclass, if you want to call them. It's about protecting all people in your state, in your vicinity, whatever. When I heard that from Charles, I'm not kidding you. It was like a gut punch. Because when you have that kind of a situation and the law allows a company to fire somebody because they really need to be on leave for a little bit longer, all that says to me is that is an unthinking and uncaring company, government agency, and it's all about the employers, not employees. And it's painful to hear that. So I'm going to say it again. My thoughts and prayers are with Charles and his family. I know he's gone through a number of tough things over the last couple of years, and nothing would make me happier than to hear a little bit of a victory for him, because that is what is important. Okay. Life is tough, and it shouldn't be made tougher because of whatever financial position you're in, particularly when the government is supposed to be that safety net for all of us. So I'm off my diatribe. It was worth it. I may think about doing it again next year. Maybe it is my sister's. Oh yeah. Like a little round table for who gets it next. It is political, unfortunately. It is political. And I do think that there is a certain group of politicians who absolutely don't give a fuck about people. Don't. Sorry. And I'm going to leave it at that. Do not give them, So with that, this is now, the front of this is now done, except I just want to get this one area. There's one area right on the top here. There's a band that I think it's really, really thin, and the oils are just kind of spreading out a little too much. Let's see if we can capture it a little bit better. Yeah, it's spreading out. I'm gonna let it dry. We'll see where it goes from there. Now what we're going to do is just going to put some around the antenna. There we go. All right. I believe once... Oh, I take it back. Fuck. I forgot to do the schnozzly thing on the front. I I might just take a Thanksgiving trip to Thailand next year. Oh, well, then my sister would have to do it. Is that where your sister is? Ooh, dude, why not? International travel. I love it. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Got it. All right. So that line is now in place. You know, I know I'm not sure how many people use like in fact, I may actually remove them from here. I've got them set up here. I'm not sure how many people use, panel line accent colors. The more I've gotten into using oils, the more I prefer oils than enamel colors. Just saying. I'm not saying that one's better than the other. It's a personal thing. I much prefer using oils. Let's see. My sister is stuck in Ohio. Ew, Ohio. Maybe the same. And I live here, Joe. I love it. Oops. Let's get around the antenna now. So, to my American brothers and sisters, anybody going out and doing Black Friday shopping today? An oil wash versus an enamel wash are very similar, in my opinion. Whatever is easier to get, or yeah, I just prefer than to. I can do more things. It seems like, and I'm sure you can thin uh, the enamel stuff, but the ability for me to customize this, how thin or thick I want it, Ray, is what makes it a little bit better. I'm using a Payne's gray here, which is not black, and it's like a really, really, really dark gray. Of course, you can probably find an enamel fluid that does the same thing. I just prefer this. But it's a personal thing, right? And I'm not disagreeing with you. It is. It's a choice. Doing enough in the travel and international becomes a lot less fun. I dread the 16-hour flight between Frankfurt to Tokyo every time. Yes, but I'm going to take a guess also, Peter. That might be the case, but I'm guessing when you get to the other side, life is good. Life is good. I did my Black Friday shopping online. Yeah, I know. If I was not given my house and had my parents to take care of, I would not live in Ohio anymore. Yeah. Yeah. Crazy the decisions and choices we make, right? Today is take mom to bank, her nail spot, her nail point, excuse me, and then to the store. So kind of, but mostly for food, not gifts. Yeah. I think my panel liner, I thin. I think my panel liner too. I think about it all the time. I love the international part, just not the travel part. Yeah. Yeah. Well, at some point, like you said, it's going to come to an end. And Japan, here I come. Who knows? Maybe if you're there in 2029, I might actually see you. Plan remains for me to go over. Whether my older daughter, younger daughter, or my wife come with me or not, or is a different matter. But I am going over for the 50th anniversary of Gundam. Not just, but that's sort of the impetus to do it. Party of George's new place in Japan. Yeah. No. All right. We got one little blip to do here. All right, let's go in. And I'm going to be needing to do some additional. Oh, this is going to be fun. I mean, I'm also doing this on a matte surface, not on a polished surface. That is floating, so that's okay. Okay, I'm going to start right there. Let's see. I did watch Sergeant Kabuki Man NYPD last night. I have no idea what that is. What is that, Ray? Japan. Not planning on living there. I'm just planning on visiting there. Mad. See if I can prevent this thing from breaking. Yeah, that's good. It's also dirtying it up a little bit, which I really, really like. It's staining it. And there's going to be another color going in here as well. It's not just going to be this Payne's gray. MM goes international. Yeah, could be. Whoever wants to go. My current plans are to permanently relocate to Japan in 2036 if no opportunity present to relocate before then. Yeah. Peter, if I may ask, and you don't have to answer, are you actively looking for a different position in order to be able to accommodate that? And again, please understand if I ask questions that you deem are inappropriate, you never have to answer them. Oh yeah. Martin Kovac says that this is the one of the most important phases in doing model work. That this phase of panel lining, getting those, panel line washes done always makes the model pop. And I completely agree. It's the thing that starts adding that definition to the model. I don't want to touch the seat if I can avoid it. I don't leave it like that. Sorry, guys. Let me go through this here. Early 90s. Trump. Oh, Trump. Okay, yep. And NYC caught that as power to fight crime. Kabuki actor. Wow. Hilarity. And oh, God, yeah. Yeah. That sounds like it would be one of those. There we go. And I'm not cleaning off all of the stuff that's sitting on the surface. And the reason is it adds some, it's dirtying it up a little bit. And that's exactly what I also want, even though I'm going to be doing a little bit more with the, with this brown color that I have here too. Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing so far. Sorry, guys. There's some personal questions again. You'll never again. Yeah, that's. I know. Have to go for now. Need an early rest. All right, Edwin. Have a lovely evening, my friend. Thank you for popping in, and congratulations on the 3 kitties. Cool. I need to get in there and do a little bit more stuff. Again, the fragility of this model is incredible. In the way the lid is suspended here, that's what I'm getting at. Come back to that later. The trauma stuff is on Tubi. I've already apologized to Katie in advance. Nice. 2029. Emma is 14 and can be left alone for a longer period of time, so I'm game for Japan trip. You can bring Emma too, you know. I'm hoping to bring my older daughter at least, and hopefully my younger daughter and my wife. We'll see. I mean, we're hitting Ghibli. Who the hell doesn't want to go to the Ghibli Museum? As for was base to tip one. Isn't that how everyone got into the amp camp? Yeah, I think so. Good origin fan. It's clearing plans for 2029, so we need a coordinate now, possibly. All right. This thing is starting to pop. Pop, pop, pop. Less. Sorry, I need a little less thinner and a little bit more. We're going all the way around the rubber ring. Yeeks. That was close. My fingers slipped on the model. And if it slips, it's hitting the floor. When I have no income. No income grifter? No. Your daughters are already going to be working, folks. Yeah, but my daughter is, particularly my older daughter, she's got a massive fascination with Ghibli. I mean, like, again, everyone in this family does, but certainly with her. Let's see what happens with that. Creating some shadow there. Huh. Not bad. Okay. Wow, this thing definitely got all scungied up, which I love. Tickets are super hard to get. Hopefully, in 4 years, that will be a little bit different. Have you ever seen the movie Strawberry Mansion? It looks interesting, like Violet Ball. Interesting. I have not. What is Strawberry Mansion and directed by whom? Tickets are super hard. Sorry for the late reply, but currently I am not seeking other employment. As I am allowed to travel to Japan whenever projects allow me, so I'm there half a year every year. Yeah. Yep. Fair enough. I'll redo that one a little bit better. Washed away quite a bit of the material, and I want to put some of it back in. I'm going to get a little bit thicker. Join some of the excess oil. A little thinner. Bang, right there. Good. We'll let that dry. And as for the rest of this, I'm liking what I'm seeing here. Just clean up. That. Love it. Okay. The lid is done. I'm going to go out now and just do the schnozzly thing. And then we're going to get into the cockpit. And that gives me, about an hour or so. Be doing this until 8. And allow me to change office locations to our Tokyo office while remaining under my current contract. I would in the heart. Yeah, that makes sense. Directed by Ken Tucker Audley and Albert Burney. Yeah. I was in the queue for home travelers. The instant the queue opened to purchase tickets for we were going, there was already 10,000 people in the course. Yeah. Well, again, my hope is that I'll be able to do so in, many, many months or a year in advance. I just want to make sure I can confirm that we're going to do it before I commit to it. A lot can happen in 4 years. I hope this doesn't blow shit up. Nope. All right. We got one side of this thing done. Oh, yeah. I like what I just did to that surface, too. It just discolored that surface. It's the white surface, so what it does is it actually breaks up some of that uniformity that's there. And that's what we're going to be doing when we get the other colors on here as well. Let's throw out the bolts here. There we go. This right here too. Sorry guys, just give me another second here. There we go. All right, where were we? So there's some trailers to go with your cat pics. Okay. That's only for foreign travelers. I've gotten into 70s Russian sci-fi lately. It's like an AI fever dream about. Before it was invented. There you are, planning to go. Opens a month beforehand. Okay. Okay, paint booth is all clean and ready for new water. I need to pick up 2-gallon water at the store today. Tony, is that because you used one of the waterfall paint booths? Is that correct? And what do you do with the water that's expended? So plan for when you go for you need to get on the exact time before you can purchase the tickets. Come on, Anthony, be brave and use tap water. Who cares what mineral buildup in your paint booth? Exactly. I really need a new job heading into work. You're heading into work? Oh, dude, I'm sorry. Good luck today, Tom, brother. Suck. Yes. Fill the paint booth water. Out with the baby. Let's hit the other side. Okay. That dry for a moment. Oh, man. I'm digging this. I flush it down the toilet and I use distilled water because my city water is very hard. It just wreaks havoc. Tony, do you spray lacquers into that water? I have to clean my bun coffee maker every month. It's so wow, that's bad. Yeah. Yeah. Question. So Tony, the reason I'm asking is if you take that water and it's got all that chemical shit in it, flushing it. I mean, if you throw it down the toilet, does it cause any problems with like what it does to, like you're adding a pollutant into the city water? And granted, it's into the city sewage system. We have well water. I haven't checked the GH. It's good water, but definitely hard. I know Utah faucet water is bad when we were boiling water. Just wow, that's bad. Yes, I do, and they don't cause any issues so far. Okay. There we go. Oh yeah, done, Dad. You done? A little bit of silvering under that. I'm gonna have to smash that thing up pretty bad. A lot of silvering under one of these water slides. Damn it. Okay, this copper, it kills all my shrimp. Lacquers and acrylic is kind of the same in pollutants after spray. Really. So I used on dish soap in my water basin, so it helps hold all these solvents on top of the water. Got it. Do you filter out those solvents as well, or otherwise, Tony? I am curious because again, I'm not going to be getting myself a water booth. I'm kind of happy with mine, but I understand that the benefits of having one of those waterfall ones. Okay, that is done. Now we are moving into the interior. I'm going to hit the interior. I've got a couple areas where I'm doing the, and I'm going to start with the actual weathering. Right now, this is still, I mean, this is kind of weathering. You're adding in that shadowy stuff. I'm going to go to a dark brown and get into the leather and give that a the leather, give it the lines inside where the leather is. You can actually see if you guys can see that. Yeah, it's kind of sucky. Sorry, guys. Anyway, there's seating, there's lines inside there. I'm gonna be using a dark brown wash in there. All right, let's dive in. God, I'm having a really hard time explaining myself today. Not sure if it's exhaustion, even though I did get a good night's sleep. There we go. We're all through a car filter. Yeah, as soon as I want the least amount of pollution going in. Yeah. Yep. Perfect. Cool, man. I'm gonna be on. I'm gonna be on until about 8 o'clock today, Tom. For the harmful things, while most car enthusiasts go oops with their oil. Oops. I don't do oops. Who does oops? Let's see. The biggest problem is honestly no good way to dispose of solvents. Yeah, we've got a. We can take old paints, oils, and stuff like that to our town. Part of the Wachusett region has a recycling area, and we can take that stuff there and get it done. You know, you pay a few bucks, but you know, it's one of the benefits of where we live. It's where I take a lot of styrofoam and shit like that. Stuff that's just hard to get rid of. Hmm. Let's do that one again. That one came out a little cruddy. Don't even need to do that one. Sorry, guys. Give me a second here. Let's see where that goes. I have to retouch that area. Let's see. Let's see. So working on EZA. Bunch of pillion armor with a bunch of details under the skirt. What the hell? Yep. Booth has a carbon filter. The water through goes into the back of the base. Oh, that's cool. Just dump those solvents into southern Jersey. Nice. Not. Okay, now I've caught up. Let's see. Oh, poor Jersey. They get all the shit. They do. I need to go through a black filter, but that the old one. And I mean, all the places I buy my oil from, all take use oil, so I bring it there. Why the Under Armour detail low? Yeah, why? Because that's why. Because if it's a master grade, it's probably because it's designed to have that inner frame thing and just have all the detailing there. I see what you're saying. Yeah, I don't have one of those because that's what makes the MG in the 90s. Yep, and 80s and 70s. Oops, hello. A little hair going on there. All right. I need to thin this stuff out a little bit more. Let's getting a little soupy. In fact, we're going to do just that. Going to add a little bit more thinner. Okay. There we go. That's better consistency. Okay. Birds chirping. Birds be chirping away around you. Oh yeah, yeah. Right in one of our front. I don't know what the hell they call those things. These idiotic small trees, pine trees. We've got birds living there. I have the MGZA and the GPO3 still on the shelf because I need a lot of surface heat to them. So yeah, future project. I'll feel scribing a bunch. Yeah, I do water treatment for a living. Nick's our boy for stuff like that. Okay. Okay. Let's go back in. Working a bit in the dark here. Sorry, guys. Give me a moment here. Almost done. Yeah. What's interesting is the way this thing was being held in by that skewer that was coming up through the arm and in through the that hatch cover opening. It did damage to that skewer, as you know, trying to support all that weight when I had all of that blue tack masking on. I kept on sticking that skewer further in to try to get it to pin it so the model wouldn't spin. And what it ended up doing is right around where the leather seating is, it started the opening started to kind of expand a little out into the leather. And what's interesting is it actually looks like bent leather now. It's actually kind of cool. The effect is really cool. I wish I could show it to you, but maybe I'll have to take a photo of it. The MGZ get released in the early 2000s, considering the first MG came out in 95. 2000 is a date on the box, but I am referring to the major detail of the armor that is snapped on the inside of the armor. Never focus on the inner frames, as there was much inner frame. As there was much inner frames. Was there much? I don't know. I've done so few master grades. I don't know. Master grades are not my my weapon of choice. Quite a bit of staining going on here. I love it. Yeah. I love it. That looks good. So we'll do one last thing. And then we're gonna get another palette going and get the brown oils going. I at the office now. Tom, have a good one, brother. May the day go smoothly for you. I will save this Payne's Gray one for later. Let's get out another dish. A little more blue tack. Find also what's interesting, why I like oils so much. It's when you think you've got they're dark and they go on dark, and then when they start to dry, they actually dry more translucently. So you don't get that excessive, yeah, see, that looks good. You don't get that excessive, it's not opaque, and it looks really, really good. Oh, there we go. That came out good. That came out really good. In fact, I might actually do a little bit more at the front here. In fact, I think I will. Since I still got some of this stuff left. Let that dry in a bit. All right, now we're gonna have to clean off this brush. Get ready to lay down some brown paint. There we go. So the goal still remains to get all of the dirtying done, and by dirtying I mean it's like getting like the oil staining and all of that other that goo. And then the last thing is going to be probably applying like a dust layer. But we're going to continue. I'm going to start with the interior and get the leather done, and then work my way up with this oil, this dark brown color, this black brown. And this black brown is what's going to be used to do the welds, give them a little bit of definition. And then just start also just dirtying up some stuff. So maybe just staining some more of the cast surfaces. Maybe doing some streaking. Okay. A little bit more. And I'm not sure if this is like the right order. You know, one of the things about doing oil weathering, you know, watching Rinaldi and all that, it's what's the order that one does this in? You know, light to dark, dark to light. In between, you do both. You know, I don't know. So if you don't know, you wing it. There we go. It's a nice dark color. Now we're gonna go in there and do the seating. In fact, I may also do some like splotching some of this stuff on as well, just to give it a little bit more definition. Like maybe weathering the leather itself. Right now I'm in the panel lining, but I think we're going to do some more staining of the leather. I just realized I missed an entire area with the Payne's gray, but that's okay. We can always go back in and do it later. There we go. And we're going to do this seat cushion up top here, the head cushion, I guess. Okay. I like the new Superman. Not bad, but I mean, it's not original. Yeah, it was all right. There were parts of it that I found a little bit offensive to my sensibilities. As you go light to dark colors get so you don't get as much bleed through. Yeah, but one of the things that I thought about is when you're doing panel lining first, like for example, if you're creating the shadowy areas first, then you put dust on top of it. That's where the dark to light comes into play. But again, I think what ends up happening is I think we think in terms of layers, like uniform layers, like you do shadow, you do dirt, and then you do dust or something like that. And it's like, well, that might not necessarily be the case because there might be some areas where there is no dust, but you just have dirt, or there might be a little bit of a shadow and maybe no dirt at all, you know. So, or maybe there's an area where you're just doing the just like a dust layer. So this is where it's like I said, I don't think there are any hard and fast rules to any of this. You know, guidelines perhaps, but not rules. I came out with a really nice dark stain. I love it. In fact, now I'm gonna kind of do a little bit more of that. Oops, I want to just thin back some of this. And down here at the bottom, I'm going to darken it up significantly. In fact, I may even grab some of the oil right directly from the palette and just start darkening this thing up to create some of that shadowing effect when the cat is actually seated in here. Yeah, that's good. And I'm going to blend it out in a little bit. Yeah. Might actually hit it with the dryer in just a second. Agree guidelines, not firm rules. Yep. Before, yeah, panel lining is always the first thing because that creates the initial, what they call it, the shadowing, right? You get a chance to look at the custom torso pick. I have not, Ray. I apologize, but later today, I'm actually going to be going through some of my texts and emails. I just looked outside and there's 2 inches of snow already. There was so 5 a.m. I walked the dog this is why I hate Ohio. Well, dude. So Tony, question for you. If you were to move anywhere, if you had the ability, where would you move to? Thailand. Okay. Fair enough. I was thinking more United States, but okay, I'd go with that. All right, let's hit this thing up with the hairdryer. Let's move some shit. %. Wow. GF is there, but U.S. money goes like 4 times farther and it is warm. Let's move out of the flood zone. Yeah. No snow in Michigan. Yay! Well, Tony, I hope that kind of pans out for you at some point. No snow in Maine. Tony, should I assume at some point if and when you get to that point where you don't have to be a caretaker for your parents that you might be able to do something like that? Is that a possibility? I apologize. I don't know why. You might have mentioned it before. Eventually, it will, George. Yeah. Yeah. I didn't realize that you actually had your girlfriend was out that way. That's awesome, man. Good for you. Boy, that's got to suck. Between you and Peter, those long distance relationships, man. Just do a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, that's good. Boy, that's good. I am very happy with how that came out. The only thing I now have to do, I think the interior of this thing is just about done, except for sorry, guys. I think the interior is done, except for the those areas that I missed with the black brown, which I'll do right now. No, George, that is the plan. I don't think I mentioned before. Yeah, and again, Tony, please, and everybody should know this. If I ask questions that are inappropriate, you never have to reply. But I appreciate hearing that. And Tony, I pray that happens for you, brother. I really do. Okay, we're gonna just clean up. How much time I got? 15 minutes. I'm gonna do a quick cleanup. Get this area. I completely missed this one interior area here. Okay. And now we're going to be starting on the, going to go from the legs, work my way up, and get some of this brown schmutzy stuff into the welds. Is this what's the traditional Thanksgiving meal? Could be. I'm sure, but it's my solo house and everything too, unless my son wants to live here and take care of it. I mean, when my parents are gone, I'm gone. Kids already know it. Yeah, and that's good. You know, look at this. At the same time, it's like, look, Tony, may I ask? How old are your children? Ray, breakfast is not anyway a secret, so no worries. In the end, after we do our tour of duty, for our kids, it is time for us to also live our lives, right? There we go. Just schmutzing that about. There we go. That's good. Great. There we go. That is done. So now we're going to start with the brown layer. I technically ate mine over mashed potatoes because I'm bougie. Bougie? Is that how you spell bougie? My son's 24, my daughter's 22 now, so they're already doing their own. Yeah, exactly. So they're on their own. Yeah, exactly. We've done our duty as parents. Now it's time for us to go enjoy our time. Yep, 100%. All right, well time. Beats the pants out of. There we go. Oh yeah. This is going well. Oh yeah, look at that. In fact, I'm going to probably hold off, maybe not fully, but hold off on some of the streaking here. If I were to do some, no, actually, when I do streaking, I'm going to actually use the full oils as opposed to this wash. I only spent 20 minutes cooking for Thanksgiving. Nice. My mom is 81, my dad 82. I figure they have another 5 or 7 good years at this point. So I have an exit strategy for myself. And once that day comes, I'm going to live my life. Yep. Yeah. Till I get a discount turkey and cat litter. So I will technically be Black Friday shopping. Nice, right? All right. We got the first layer of the schmutzy stuff coming down. Also, Thailand has a Gundam base, so there is also, yeah. I've already started to make other Gundam friends there as well, so should be easy transition with a hobby anyways. Yeah, that sounds about right. Best reason to leave the U.S., we won't have a Gundam base. Yeah. Yeah, probably not a good reason, but it's certainly a plus. Moving to a place that has one. Sure. See, one thing I can never can't do well. I always struggle with getting like a very fine streak. I've been able to get that pulled off. Agree with that statement. Nice. Brush. All right, I'm gonna let that dry for a little bit. I'm gonna try this again. What do we got? 5 minutes left. Yeah. Okay. Looking at the schmutzing up here, I'm totally fine with that. Just get some of this stuff off a little bit. That's looking good. That's looking good. All right. Woo. Sorry, guys. I know it's been taking a little bit of time, but I just wanted to get this thing done. There we go. That will do. I'll take a look at that later on, but so far, I'm happy with that. Okay. And with that, we are calling it a session. Whew. All right. So we've gotten all of the panel lining done. All that's left now to do is to get the dirtying up of this thing. It's going to be a bunch of black, brown. There might be some additional kind of like I might do some, a little bit of a yellowy kind of color to it, something like that, just to kind of dirty it up. And then the last thing is going to be just getting some dusting done. But so far, I'm in a good place. And I like the way a lot of this is coming out. It's coming out really solid. So with that, stay safe and stay sane, everybody. Thanks for being on this morning. I do appreciate it. Go out there and do good. Brighten the world as much as you possibly can. Have a great day, George, and everyone. You too, Tony. Thank you. But just brighten it as much as you possibly can. It's a crazy world. We were just talking about this earlier with Charles and everything like that. Let's see what we can do to make it better for somebody, not worse. That should be the goal in life, to help people, do good for ourselves and do good for others, right? I'll be back on tomorrow, same time, same channel. Enjoy the day, guys. Love you all. Catch you on the flip. Peace.